Welcome to the free 5D Somatic Money Oracle read for this week of September the 10th, all the way through to next week of the 16th, 17th or so. So we're taking a snapshot of a window. So we're looking at these cards as they pertain in this current time period into the next week. And just so you know, if you are new here, I am Dana Stovern, body-based money relationship coach through the magic of somatic money. I have been doing this work since 2012. So I am doing this reading on a very established body of information and experience. Now, before we dive off into the deep end, there are three things we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the Oracle read. We're also going to be covering some comments that happened last week that were fantastic. We had a really good comment section going on. So if you're watching this video, please drop down in the comments and share what you're experiencing with what you see going on here, as well as asking questions. And then there were a couple of really great questions going on, and one of those we'll be talking about here, and then one I will be taking into my group coach, my Somatic Money group coach Q&A into that membership place that is available for you. So the first thing that you need to know before we line these cards up is that currently, right now in the energy forecasting, the astrology is thick. It is stacked, it is layered, it is complex. We are negotiating an energetic and astrological landscape that continues to be historic upon historic upon historic. And so that means the energy of our money, we are navigating energetic and emotional waters right now with our money that we truly really never have gone through before. So I just want you to be aware of that out of the gate. And these cards that I pulled for this week are indicating that even deeper. Like when I pulled each one of these cards, they seem to be kind of a standalone, and then I kind of began to put them together and I'm like, oh yeah, it's pointing in the direction of the astrology and energy landscape that we are living in. Now, I do want to give a quick heads up here about 5D money. Last week, I talked quite a bit about 5D money. And me personally, I have been spending some time pendulum checking the calendar with 5D, doing some deep dives there. I've been taking a look at something I'm beginning to call karmic load and where each one of us is at with that. And so more and more, I'm going to be talking about somatic money as it pertains to the 5D energy environment that we are continuing to walk into, and the 5D energy environment as it affects our soft-sided EQ money relationship. Extremely important right now, extremely important, because we are making a gigantic shift energetically. It is going to affect our money, not just physical, but also the soft-sided aspects of money, which drive the engine on money if you are a soft-sided money relationship person. All right, so that being said about the energy landscape, now that you know the generals of the energy landscape, let's go ahead and dive into each one of these cards here. So let's take a look at the first card, and the first card that I pulled, that I have never pulled on one of these, video oracle card readings, the first card that I pulled is the Deep Dive card. Now, to me, this card either means it's an indicator that you either need to do a deep dive with your interpersonal money relationship, or we're in an energy window space where this is more accessible to you. You know, sometimes how, like when we're doing our money, sometimes we're just cruising along the surface and, we're taking care of the logistics and the physical nature of it and the counting and the plus side of it and the minus side of it and the, sometimes we just cruise along and do that. That's great. That's fine. But now, right now, the feeling I am getting energetically with all the astrology is we're not only being required to take a deeper dive look at how we are relating with our money, we now have some really amazing access to be able to do that. And inside my Somatic Money group coaching, I will take some time to go into the particulars of that with the certain planetary alignments that are going on right now that are creating an energy space for this to happen. But if you are, if you are avoiding looking at your money, this is a great time. It's very conducive. The energies going on right now are very conducive for you to be able to sit down and take a look at your money. And you also might be in the space of like this card is calling you of like, It is time. It's time to do that deep dive. It really is time to do that deep dive. Cautionary tale here in this card, and I would say don't wait for the 2x4 if you're getting the nudge. Yeah, definitely go ahead and do this. So then, second card that is definitely popping up, not a surprise, the sex chakra card, and that's the, like right here, that is the second chakra. And I've been talking a lot about this in my videos, if you're picking them up. Been talking a lot about how second chakra, the chakra right beneath the navel, second chakra, this is our home of money relationship. Our home of money relationship is not in our brain, not in our pineal gland, not upstairs. Our home of money relationship, where it all goes down, is sitting right here. And this is the home of partnership, agreement, and exchange. I will say this till I am blue in the face ad infinitum. Partnership, agreement, and exchange. And so if you think about it, the card pull is basically saying deep dive, second chakra, partnership, agreement, and exchange. Great time to be doing this, taking a look at how partnership, agreement, and exchange, especially second chakra, is affecting our money relationship. So these two cards, yeah, they really do go hand in hand. Now here's the one. This was the one where I was like, oh boy. Third card that came up is the financial noodle bowl. The financial noodle bowl. Yeah, the magical power, So yeah, the magical power of myth-busting masculine money. It's the money drama solving the financial noodle bowl. So, what happens in our lives is that because our money is driven by partnership, agreement, and exchange, if we have drama going on in second chakra, partnership, agreement, and exchange, we're going to have a financial noodle bowl going on with financial drama with our finances. And so this card, great time to take a deep dive so that you can see what is going on with your second chakra, with your money, because this is going to give you the opening to help you begin to solve those like financial noodle bowl drama kind of spaces. Now, the toxic patriarchy is going to say, just sit down and do your accounting, get it done. Just sit down and do your accounting. And a lot of times, our money, our personal finances are driven by energy, driven by the energy and emotion going on inside of partnership, agreement, and exchanges. And that's what creates the financial drama, not the accounting and the numbers. You got to look, you got to look 180 degrees the other way and look at what is going on in the other realms in your personal finance, especially in your body. And if you want to know how to solve the specifics of that, that is exactly why I've created the Magic of Somatic Money, this Oracle deck, the super bundle. You can come into the Somatic Money group coach and ask questions there. I will answer in video and I will answer in the comment section. It's going to be a great way to interact with one another. And before I go on with closing out with this and then also getting into some of the other topic areas, I think this is a great place to stay. Spirit Team, me and Spirit Team, we have set up Somatic Money group coaching, that Somatic Money group coach Q&A, for very specific reasons. See, I am at a juncture in my career, and we are at a juncture on the planet where that platform makes the most sense right now. So it's the kind of place where you can budget in group coaching for not that much money, have access to me in your time and space during the week, come in and watch the video, drop a comment, and I can either respond to the comment there or respond to the comment in the next video. And it's going to be an ongoing, revolving situation. And so we don't have to worry about setting up a certain time and space to get together on a Zoom or a live or anything. We don't have to worry about the of a program, because you can do your self-guided program with the Somatic Money Super Bundle, but the Somatic Money Group Coach Q&A is set up so that you can access that space with me in your own time and own way, and you can get the depth of experience and knowledge from me right spot on. Now, The other hint that I want to drop, and this is a pretty big hint, and that is when I first begin a product, because of, the nature of who I am, I'm highly sensitive, ADHD, it takes me a while to figure things out. Usually what happens is there's a very few people at the front end that come in for not having to pay in too much money. Big hint. When I start something, it's usually not that much money, very low commitment, very few people. You know what that means? It means it's very light on your budget and you have the most access for the greatest value. Could I give a bigger hint than that? Like, that's the hint that I'm going to give to you. And so if you come in right now, I think you're going to have a pretty good experience simply because you're not going to get crowded out, and it's going to be the best bang for your buck right now. So come in, join in, and become part of this very nascent conversation that I think is going to turn into something really huge. And I'm very excited about it. So I will see you on the inside. All right, let's get to some of the comments and then some of the questions that were dropped last week. So last week in the free public video, I was talking some about 5D money. I was also talking about blind spots. I did the oracle read. And there were two people in particular that dropped into the comments that left some really good things. And so one of those persons left a comment about her experience of how she's working her presence practice, and I thought this was lovely, and I want to share this with you. So let's take a look at what she had to say. So she left this comment of, "Thank you, Dana. I have been practicing the presence." So she's been working with the somatic money presence practice during her transaction space. And what she's finding out as she's doing that is she's been checking out. Literally, as she's doing a retail checkout, she's like checking out during purchases, as well as she finds she checks out of her body when she's receiving money. But she said, "I keep working on it, and the chakra imbalance really resonates with me. I definitely feel my sacral needs balancing with finances." So I was talking about the different chakra things going on in that last video, and she was basically saying, hey, I'm going to continue to work on this. And I think the thing you said about chakra imbalances, that really resonated with her, to definitely keep chakra imbalances in mind and be able to be more and more present through all the chakras, but especially that sacral chakra. And the thing that I wanted to let her know and also let you know, like, first off, what a courageous comment to leave out in public. I was really grateful for that. And I think she's she's doing amazing work, and she did amazing just because she commented this publicly, and I think that's fantastic. And so the thing that I want to let her know and also let you know is that the presence practice with money, it doesn't sound like much. It doesn't seem like much. It's like the simple thing that gets ignored, but is actually more challenging than we know, and it's actually quite powerful. And what I have found with a presence practice with money is that the more you do it over time, the better and the better and the better you get. And here's the method to the madness. When we are present in our bodies with our money at a transaction space, we are present with the most vulnerable aspects of our personal finances internally. It means that we are showing up at the space of our greatest fears, our greatest triggers, our greatest traumas, as that transaction is happening. That is very, very courageous work. It's pivotal work. I literally have seen clients, like the clients who really go in and do this strongly, I have literally seen clients change their financial baseline in 21 days. 3 weeks makes a habit. And I found that to be very true somatically with money. And so what I want to let this woman know is, like, yay, rah, go you, keep going. It will work out. Things will get better. Is it stormy in between sometimes? Absolutely. Do you hit rough spots and blocks with it? Absolutely. But over time, I have found the presence practice works. So if you're not doing a presence practice with money, this is the resource. Come into the group coach, ask the questions that pertain to your situation about this. I have so much experience to share with you about this. It's phenomenal, the conversation that we can have. So Thank you to this woman for this comment that I kind of turned into like a feedback loop on the comment. And be sure to drop into this comment section and ask your questions or leave your comment there if you want to as well. Now, here's the second comment that came up as a question, and let me read this to you. I might have a controversial question for you all, but why would we want to take money into a new earth? It is the number one thing that has ruined old earth. So, fantastic question. And this question I'm going to take into the Somatic Money Group Coach. So if you want to pick up my answer there, that is where it's going to be. So this woman who asked this question, I am going to make sure she has access to this week's group coach, so she has access to my answer. If you want to find out what I have to say, pick up the group coach for this week, either with a single purchase or the full-on monthly membership. Thank you for being here. That's what I've got for you here today. Make sure you keep walking forward to meet those miracles along the way, and I will see you in my next video.